Folks, don't ask me what time it is. I don't know. I don't care. I only care about my father. My father is God. And you know, prophet of God. I just did make a video a few hours ago about the warnings and that I did warn 7 years for the trouble what is coming. And now the 7 years of trouble is standing for all your doors, folks. But did you listen in this 7 years? You never did listen. Now you will see with your own eyes that what I told you will start really to happen. It's time for this story, folks. And it doesn't matter how many people will come to me and, on my channel. Because, folks, I do not care for that. I only care for your ears. You understand? So lend me your ears. I don't want to be your friend or whatever. I am just here to warn. And that's also the only thing I can do. It's my way of living. And do I like it? No, it was God who did give this to me, and yeah, I need to fulfill things. And folks, I will do precisely what my father told me. And did learn me. He did learn me a lot. Things you cannot learn on schools, folks. You need to go to a special school. And this special man called God. You can go to any school, but you will never learn what you can learn from God. But it need to be God himself who wanted to learn you this kind of things. And this what I did learn. Yeah, I spread it all over the world. You understand? And I'm not looking for the fame and all that kind of things, folks. I'm not with this, because people say, yeah, I hope one day you will become very big. But I always will be little under God. And I like it that way. It feels good. But I will be bigger than you. That's for sure. And I'm not going for the fame or for the money or for the subscribers and all that kind of things, folks. I'm not, I will never ask you money or whatever. And it's for me easy to take your money away, folks. For me it's very easy to double cross you. Because I know precisely how to do it. God did show me everything. But will I do this? I may not do this. Because I do walk with God. And I need to listen. Like I hope you will listen to me. I need to listen to God. And I do listen to God and only to God. And I bow for nothing in this world. I go for nothing in this world. I listen to nothing in this world. If it goes about God, I will not listen. I did get all the teaching of God. So why will I listen to these human beings here on earth if they talk about God? They talk bullshit about God. They do not know God at all. But folks, I can explain many times, and you will start to think, oh, he is the only one who God did touch. I think it was. And that's a pity. That's against me, and that's against God. Because God wants you all to be with Him. And I want you all to be with Him. But folks, the choices are yours. I never can make your choices. Also God cannot do this. It's only you to make the good choices and the bad choices. It's a pity that the bad choices are there. And on a big scale, it is there. Bad choices to make are much more easy than the choices who are good to find. Inspiration of God comes into me when I start to talk in that kind of language, folks. God always will be with me. I remember the day He did come to me. The next day I did walk outside and I was scared for the world. I did feel the whole world. I did feel so little, folks. I was really scared that day. A day after this, I did step outside and I told my Father God, yesterday I did step outside. I did feel so little to be in this world, like the boy I am, the boy you did touch. But God did change it. The next day I step outside, I feel the biggest and the only. And that's why I'm alone. I'm lonely, but I'm lonely with God. So I'm not completely alone. I do have all the angels with me. But I also do have all the fallen ones with me. I need to watch out as the prophet I told you I am. I am the unknown prophet. And I know many, many things in the way of goodness and in the way of badness. Bad people always around me. Bad spirits always around me. And I'm such a good boy. But the bad things are also always watching me. And that's the eye in the pyramid, folks. I see it everywhere. What you don't see, what you don't know, I see it before you will go. Because folks, you all have to go. Forgive me that I say so. But you all need to leave this planet. You all will leave this planet. And then I become quiet. I saw already that you all will leave this planet. And definitely the American people. I warn them so very much, folks. But they never will listen. They do their own things. And they are with their own gods. And their own idols. Their music. The stories. One day, these people will also become famous. But do you want to be famous with the devil? Or famous with God? I will be the only one. I'm scared for this. That I will be famous with God. And that I can say, I am the only one who did listen to God. And this is what I don't want to say. I want to push you in the row. And I will go as the last one who will push you to God. I will not be the first one who will stand and wait for God. I want you to wait for God. I want you to be with God. It's not about me, folks. I do not do this for me. I do this for you. That's why I want to be the last person who will push you in the good direction, so that you definitely will be with God. And you will not escape out of my hands in the way I push you. I can stop you, folks. I really can stop you. And for this, I don't need my hands. I only need my mind to stop you. If you want to run away out of the row you are in to be with God, and I'm the one who will push you, you never will escape me. But folks, I'm not here to become famous, to get millions of people. It's not enough. I need more than 7 billion people. This is all the people who do still walk on earth. If it is still 7 billion people, I don't know. Because many did already die, no one talk about it. They will be hushed. Don't say. But I'm telling you folks, it is not 7 billion anymore. People are dying. I saw already many innocent people who did die in front of my eyes, because God showed me everything He see. I saw it also, folks. The things God did give me, He saw it with His own eyes, and He did show me what He did see. That's why for me, it's very easy, folks, to talk about the things you cannot see. This got everything to do with the schooling you did get and the schooling I did get. If you do not know the way I walk, you never will find the way I walk. What you do not know is what that is not there. Huh? You still need to figure out the way of God. You will never find it without God or without a person who knows the way. So you are in a strange land. What is it what you need? You need someone who will lead you the way, who will talk about the country he knows so very well. This is how you need this type of people. This is also how you need me. And folks, I'm not here for myself, I'm here for you. I did warn 7 years. But now the 7 years of trouble are coming and are busy already. Because I really did go for the 7 years of warning, folks. And I made it. And you can hear from the first video I did make till now. It never did change in the stories I did tell you. And any time I did get something coming inside of God, I told you. I told you everything very honestly. The dreams, visions, and the things what did not happen, and a day after it, or a few days after it, it started to happen. It did happen so many times, folks. You can listen to these stories, so that you will understand He really is the unknown prophet of God. He really knows everything. God is showing. It's true. This boy do not lie. Let me ask you, folks, why will I? What is the reason? The reason not to lie is to be always honest. Do never forget this. Be always honest. You never will have a reason to lie. There are more liars than that there are harlots. Did you know? and all do lie. It's like the flu going all over this world, a disease of lying. It's more important to lie and hide because that's what you do. You lie because you hide. And God do not have to seek the liars, because he knows them one by one. People go to the internet and hope one day I will become famous. But this is not what I want. I want 7 billion listeners, as long they can listen. And I want them to say nothing. Friendship and all that kind of thing. Folks, I do not like you. Not one of your kind. So this you never have to try. I know you. I know you very well. But see, folks, the spiritual battle did begin. Are you strong enough? Did you learn enough not to fall? Because you need to be a very smart and fast thinker. Or you're gonna lose this battle. This will be a spiritual war. And you will go down in that war. Why? For I saw you go down in that war, called the spiritual battle war. And you are in the middle of this spiritual battle war. Every day, when you open your eyes, the war begins. Every day, folks, you open your eyes. When you sleep, you are not there. You know nothing. The day you wake up, the next day, the war starts again. We are in a spiritual battle war. And if you did never learn enough, you're going to lose the battle. And people come to me and they tell me, love it. They love the way I talk and all that kind of things. Folks, I'm not here with a love story, but I'm definitely with a story that you need to watch out for the devil and the hate and the wrong love. And they will show you in any way what the wrong love really is. And for the people who do not know what the wrong love is, they will understand when they did learn about the wrong love. First you need to see, so that you will learn, and then you will understand. But for the fast thinkers of you, you need to open your eyes. You need to see it come from far. And to understand already what is coming. Then you are ready for this spiritual battle war. If you are not a folk like that, you will go down. I mean really down, folks. That's why I saw so many people of you die. Because you will go in the wrong way. This is when you do not listen. Like I told you folks, it's not the time anymore to go on vacation. Not going into airplanes. Not going into buses, trains, boats. Everything where it will be crowded, like football stadiums, or pop concerts, or parties. Things gonna happen. Many gonna die. I told you about demonstrate. Don't demonstrate. Don't do those things, folks. Your life is on the line. And I did warn so many times for this. I saw with my own eyes that they did place bombs in football stadiums. Many people blow up. Did it happen already? No, folks. It's all coming. I saw stones coming out of the air. I saw hail, folks. Big like houses. Hail, I'm talking about. Hail stones. Big like houses. There is a lot to come. And you will not understand with your own mind what you're gonna see. I warn you already for the things you're gonna see. The weather will not be on a scale of 10 or 9. You will know the numbers more high you never did hear from. People will come with that kind of weather and it will come out of their mouths. Category 12, 13. You never saw it in your life before what is coming, folks. I'm warning you for this type of weather. It's coming. It's no joke. I won for what I already did see. You are in very troubled water. And you need to be a very good swimmer to survive this. And I told you about diseases. I told you really everything, folks. Everything must come. It must go that way. You know? This disease, COVID-19, or the coronavirus, it's man-made. Bill Gates is behind it. And many of his rich people, professors and doctors and laboratoria bullshit guys and women and girls and very high ranking thinking people are behind this thing, folks. Only for the one world order, one world currency, one world belief system, and this last one world war, number 3. I don't know any better, or this is what I did warn you for from day 1. God did touch me. By this day, I told my Father God, I go to the internet. I'm going to tell the people, but this is not what God told me. God told me, go to the internet and start to learn, my son. Go to the internet and start to learn, my son. I still hear him saying this thing, but it was me who told Father God, I can not only watch the people dying, they need to know what I know. And that's why I did go to the internet. And God told me, you can go to the internet and you can do this. But don't be disappointed. No one will listen to you. And I told my Father God, I am on the internet and they can find me whenever they like. I am there for them with the stories, what comes from you. So you always can log in, folks, to listen to my voice. If you like, and if you don't, then don't. I'm not a policeman. I will not tell you what you need to do. You better leave this to Trump. Stand up, sit down, on your knees. Well, that kind of people want you on your knees and standing up and sitting down and do what they say. Well, I will be the only one who will sit down when all the people stand up. And Trump definitely will see me sit down while all the people are standing up. I think he will come to me and he will tell me, why you are still sitting down? All the people are standing, do you not see? I will tell him, who are you? Above God? I only stand up for the one I need to stand for. But God will never command me. Stand up, sit down on your knees, do this, do that. No, God never did tell me I must do things. I just listen to God and only God. Did God tell me when he did come, yeah, my son, I'm your father and you need to listen to me. You must listen. No, folks. God did say nothing about that. He only did warn me for the things what is coming. And I'm completely listening to God. But God never told me, yeah, my son, you need to listen to me now. He never told me a thing about that, folks. Never. God is not such a talker also, but he never told me, you must do this and you must do that. God never told me. It's also me who did go to the internet and started to talk. But by the touch of God. Folks, if I was not that big, then you never will hear me on the internet. That's just how easy it is. You cannot listen to a big man who is not big. For a big man who is little is a liar. I'm telling you folks, I'm a big man. I really do walk with God. I am the unknown prophet of God. Do I want to be more big than you? No, folks. I want you to become more big than me. I'm challenging you. Become more big than even me. If this is possible, do it. And I hope, folks, that there in this world are more mature and bigger thinking people than I am. I hope that they are there. But I did not think so. I also did not see it. You know, folks, I walked with God for completely 7 years. And now really the 7 years of trouble is busy. The 7 years did stop when this coronavirus did start. This was precisely the end of my 7 years of warning. The first day of this new 7 years I need to do. The first day of this, the coronavirus did start, did become completed. Was it already there? Oh yeah, folks, it was already there. But everything on time, folks. They do have a scale of time, you know. In heaven we do not know time, we do not know days, or hours, or seconds. We do not know what you people do know. We don't know. Almost nothing of it. You will not see it back in heaven what you saw on earth. I'm telling you, folks, God's world is a very different world. But it's the most cleanest world you ever will be in. If you will go in. But that's your choice. So folks, make the wise choices. You do have many wise choices to make in this world. This is not the only choice to be with God or with the devil. It's a lot more choices to make. And this is all about choices, good or bad. You need to make them yourself. You can ask me what kind of choices I do need to make. And I will tell you, I'm not you. Now what will you do? I will be with God. And if you are with God, you don't have to make your own choices anymore, because God will make the choices for you. It's always the right choice. That's why I do not have to choose anything, folks. I'm done. I walk with God and I do the choice of God. That's the most easy way to make choices. But you people do not walk that way. And you do have very good or very bad choices to make. You cannot look at me. The choices are made for me. Like the day I did come to speak, that was the choice of God. It never was mine. I never thought that I will go to the internet and start to talk to you folks like this. It just did happen when God did come. Everything did change in a second of time. It changed very fast. Very fast. And here I am. If you like it or not, here I am. Take it or leave it. But one more time, folks, to put my point into you, do understand that I cannot make your choices. Do understand that I am on this channel to warn you all, the whole world. Do understand that I'm not looking for 5 million, 6 million, 7 million, 8 million. No, I am not happy with that kind of people. I want them all to understand what's going on in this world. And I'm the one and the only one who want all these people to listen. Almost will say, you must listen or you will die. This is your future, folks. I saw your future. It's not that nice. Seeing the future of these people? Well, folks, I was like crying my eyes out. God did show me your future. You did lay dead on the street, bathing in your own blood. I saw the very difficult to see horror movie ever, but for real. I saw this already, and it really did start in America where I saw this, because God did, He did throw me down to America, you know. It did not go like, oh my son, I bring you down. He took me and he threw me down, boom, with his hand, and he, like a ball, he threw me into the middle of America, and I was standing in the middle of New York. I remember it like yesterday, but this did happen 7 years ago. I did start to talk about this, because that was the day I did understand that I do walk with God, and God did show me all what will happen in the middle of America. It's New York. New York. There is also the portal of the devil, and there is where the devil, his home is, and all his children are also there. And they will travel all over the world to make any country dirty. They are already done. This whole world is dirty declared. There is not one place what was saved. God will create a new place, what comes out of the water. No one knows where this will happen. And this is where God will take the good people. And no dirty people allowed. God will do this thing when it is time to do it. Because, like I told you folks, everything needs time. And God's time is timeless. God do not know time. That's why I'm telling you all the time. I don't know what time it is. And I don't care. I only care about my first time. That's why I say this all the time. But God really do know nothing about time or days or months or years or no, folks. Do you care when you live always with God about time? But you people here in this world, you need time to go to your job and all that kind of thing. and when you need to go to sleep and all that, you know. Next to God, you don't need this anymore. It's simply not there. Lots of things will change. And I hope for the people that they will not remember what did happen on earth. I hope that God will wash this away out of you. If God will do this, I don't know. I don't know. I remind me everything. And God did wash me, folks. He did wash me. I did get the shower of God. And the disease of God. Love sake of God. But I still remind me everything. Till the day I started to live. Till now. I remind myself every little thing I ever did do or what I want to do and did not do. I remember everything. So also the things I wanted to do and I did not do. I remind me everything. And you will get this the day you die. You will remind yourself everything. Before you put your last breath out, you will get this story. Precisely the story, what was it all about, that you did live and what you did do. So what's out in what you are doing, folks? Right now and long time ago. Because you will never forget what you have done. And you stay and walk with it. Watch out for this. I saw this. God did give me this thing. So I'm warning you for the people who will start to die off. They will see that little movie. And you will remind yourself everything before you die. If you did do only nice things, yeah, it's not a problem. Did you do nice things? Only? No, folks. Not one of you. I'm sure. All of you did lots of wrong things. Lots. But the day you see what you did wrong, then you will understand. Was that wrong? But then you will understand what really was wrong and really was good. This will be your reminding thing. And you will take it with you. And where you will go? Well, that's up to God. You know, God will send you to places. It will never be heaven, folks. You better forget it. You are not ready for heaven. Not wise enough to be with God. Not one of you. I'm telling you really the truth. Not one of you is ready to be really with God. But there are very nice places. Like heaven. But for the people who love God so much, they want to be in heaven. Because heaven is the place. Heaven is a beautiful place, folks. But I saw many like heaven places. What beautiful, folks. So beautiful, new waters, new birds, new colors, new weather, new lands. I saw so many beautiful, like heaven things, where people did go. But not one I saw go to heaven. Not one, folks. But there are places like heaven. But to be with God, God must touch you. Or you never will understand the knowledge of God. You cannot get the knowledge of God if He did not show you, if He never did touch you. You never can get the knowledge of God. And you need the knowledge of God to survive here in this world. That's why I saw, you're all gonna die. That's sad, right? It's a sad story. But I must tell you, you're all gonna die, folks. This counts for the people who did not want to walk with God alone.